Hello and welcome to Freedom News, the news you can use to help keep Canada free. Well, today I have a video for you from Michelle Rempel concerning the cover-up budget and the Conservatives marching out in protest against this cover-up. I'm going to let her just tell you it in her own words. She does it so well. So here's the video. Hope you enjoy.
$41 billion. Like, stop and think about that for a second. How much $41 billion is. Today, Justin Trudeau announced $41 billion as an attempt to cover up the SNC-Lavalin scandal. This is insane. So today, Justin Trudeau tabled a quote-unquote budget. A budget is typically something where you have revenues and expenditures and understand the meaning of both. But no, today in the year that the budget was supposed to balance itself, Justin Trudeau tabled a $41 billion spending scandal on the same day that he and his Liberal backbench shut down the Justice Committee, the only public inquiry on the SNC-Lavalin scandal. They shut it right down. Two things happened today. First of all, the Justice Committee was like, nope, we're good. The Liberals on the Justice Committee, we're good. We don't need to see Jody Wilson-Raybould testify to push back on Gerald Butts, Michael Wernick, all these guys that have now, retired or resigned in disgrace. Nope, they didn't want to see any of that. They shut that committee down. They did not allow her to speak. Abrogation of democracy. And you know what's even worse is that this committee was supposed to be tabling a report to Parliament on its findings. They shut that down too. Everything shut down. How many people need to resign before Justin Trudeau, Canada wakes up to the fact this is something that we need to care about? I'm going to park that for a second. Back to the $41 million. He attempted to spend $41 billion today in order to change the channel away from the fact that they are doing everything possible to shut down the investigation on the SNC-Lavalin scandal, corruption scandal. So, you know what? Look, I'm going to have a lot to say about this $41 billion in coming days because, there's some really insulting stuff in there, especially to my province of Alberta. There's like 100,000 people out of work plus in my province, and there's nothing about canceling Bill C-69. There's nothing about equalization. There's nothing. I'm gonna have all sorts of things to talk to you guys about in that on coming days. But today, the fact that they did this to try and shut down an inquiry into a major corruption issue, no, we weren't having any of that. So I'm so proud of my Conservative colleagues, the leader of our party, Andrew Scheer, because we fought back. We went into the House of Commons. My colleague Candace Bergen, who is our House leader, she did everything possible, every tool that we had as an opposition party to make sure that they couldn't table that budget, that the finance minister couldn't speak to it. And then when he got up and the Speaker of the House, again, they're literally just all trying to work to make sure that this, Canadian Parliament doesn't work as it should. I could give you so many examples, but when they tried to do that, you know what? There's this moment, and I'll post some video of it, where we were just pounding on our desks and he was drowned out by us just, saying, cover up, let her speak. It was almost like this moment of Japanese war drumming. It was phenomenal. It was great. And I'm so proud because our leader, after, the Speaker of the House of Commons shut my colleague Pierre Poilievre down, the finance critic, on a point of order, he wouldn't even recognize him. He has to be recognized on a point of order. He wouldn't even recognize him. The leader of our party stood up and he walked out of the House, and we all followed him. Because why would we give legitimacy? Why would we give legitimacy to Justin Trudeau getting up and spending $40 billion of your tax dollars in an attempt to change the channel as he's covering up the SNC-Lavalin scandal? We will not take this. You don't pay our salaries to just sit there and take it. You don't pay our salaries to do something other than serve the community. And we are going to fight. I promise you that. That started today, and you have seen nothing yet. Our leader, Andrew Scheer, he went out into the foyer of the House of Commons. I was right there, and he said, we are going to do everything possible, every tool at our disposal to make sure that Justin Trudeau answers and for what he's done and is held to account. This budget has no legitimacy at all whatsoever. You know, I'm just really proud that there's some fight that we're going to fight. And how can you help? You can help by spreading this message. You know, I want you to think about this for a second. Even if you voted Liberal, our Prime Minister, there's serious allegations on whether or not he participated in obstruction of justice with regard to the SNC-Lavalin scandal. There's serious allegations now from international organizations like the OECD. They're concerned about it. We've seen the resignation of the chief of the Privy Council. You know, and there's other resignations earlier than in this parliament, you know, like Danielle Jean after the India trip. At some point, especially after what happened at the Justice Committee today, you know, the fact that they completely shut this down, we have to say enough is enough. Even if you don't agree with me on policy, or, you know, you have to agree that at the end of the day, if Canadians don't have the right to speak and Parliament becomes dysfunctional because of, frankly, an autocratic Prime Minister who's more interested in his ego than he is about you and his responsibility for public service, and we have to fight back and we have to resist that. All of us have to resist that. So we are going to resist that. The Conservative Party of Canada, every single one of my colleagues, we are going to fight for you. You will see us do everything possible to make sure that they can't just ram through their abrogation of democracy in Parliament. If they're not going to let Parliament work, then we are going to stand and oppose that. So you have that commitment from me and my party leader. But what we need from you is to spread this message. We need you to share these videos. We need you to talk to people about how important it is that Justin Trudeau allow Jody Wilson-Raybould to speak, how disgusting it is that he has used every possible vehicle to contaminate Canadian democratic institutions and hold him to account. You know, I've heard this so many times from people around the world who have called me that are friends that are living in countries that are less free than Canada, and they're worried. They say, you know, Michelle, democracy doesn't die in a fiery explosion. It happens when good people stop caring and become apathetic and think that the institutions that we have in this country are static and that they're not subject to erosion and abuse of power. Every single one of you that are concerned and care about the freedom of the judiciary in Canada or care about Parliament and our parliamentary institutions, you need to care about what is going on here, and you need to convince people that they need to care. That is how you help us fight and you help us resist. We are going to resist. I'm going to come to you live many times over the next few days, and I am going to do everything possible, every ounce of energy that I have to stand and to fight, and I ask you to help us do that. Giddy up, Trudeau. You know, you think you can just walk all over Canadian democracy and get away with it? Well, you've got another thing coming. You asked for powerful women? Well, you found them. We're not going to let you get away with this. We're not going to let you spend $41 billion and try to change the channel for your cover-ups and your garbage. We've had enough. I'm going to get back to the House of Commons, and I'm going to keep giving it to Trudeau. Share this video, get the word out, working hard for you in Ottawa. Have a great day.
Well, that's all I have for today. Like if you like, share, comment, and of course, subscribe. And remember, working together, we can help keep Canada free. Thank you, and have a good day.